in the executive session. And I know I saw Dan out there.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Morning, Dan. We're ready. Morning, Commissioners.
Okay, I was looking at this GPS units for the trucks. You want this? You want this?
Thank you.
I checked with Scott ahead of time just to see if I could actually sign the contract without coming in, and he said I probably better come in, so here I sit.
And these are what GPS you said?
Yeah,
Is this kind of similar to what Eric has on the phones for, say, ambulance? You can.
I know the ambulance will have these already, and the sheriff's department have them. We're not getting the high dollar ones because I don't really care how fast anybody's running or anything like that. But what I do care about is sometimes you get one guy in a truck headed somewhere. If they roll that truck or something,
Need to know where they're at.
we have no idea where they could be.
Okay,
So,
I'm sorry, I misunderstood you.
It's more of a safety feature.
yeah, I think I put mine here somewhere and lost it. This would be it'd be around $260 a month.
And those would be in every vehicle.
Everything except the city trucks.
Is there like an initial cost for the unit or whatever?
Yeah, it's $269.03
Okay.
for all the units.
See, like the fire truck in Bird City, the city truck wouldn't be on that.
No, we're not putting them on there, just the county trucks. Right now, most city trucks are close, never leave town hardly. So. I guess it's more of a safety for me. Is all
That's the way I'd look at it.
I'm not looking to say, hey,
But
where's
you
these
can
guys
always-
going or whatever, you know. But
The nice thing about those is it's also capable of recording all this, right? So you can have a record of it.
I believe so.
I think so too. That way, if
Eric was supposed to be here to help me out.
He just left.
so that if there's ever a question of where and how and when, this could help answer a lot of those questions too.
Yeah.
Could it be used on, say, if they monitoring the truck, telling them which direction they have to go if they're lost or going the wrong way?
Yeah. From what I understand, Eric can actually pull it up on a map and click where I need to go, and I can look at my phone and say, this is where we need to go.
Yeah, that's the one I was
Yeah.
asking you about that I have on the ambulance.
I think it's the same thing, basically.
The contact phone for accounts payables rule needs to be 8800.
Okay. Eric did all that. But we
It
can,
says 8822, that's dispatch.
yeah, we can correct all that.
Yeah, I think it'd be a useful tool.
I guess ambulance have had them 2 years now. I didn't realize they had it that long.
I know KHB uses them.
I just read more and more about guys rolling tankers and they're incapacitated, they're trapped in a vehicle, they can't call in.
Well, either that or you're just plain
Don't know
lost.
where they're at.
Yeah.
Just
And then the
plain
brakes, it could take hours to
You
find
bet.
somebody.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Do that.
Okay.
Roger.
This is a monthly charge.
The 260 would be.
Yeah, the 260 would be.
263 would be the one-time hookup.
And we have that in the fire budget or what?
Yeah.
Should be.
I'm sure it should be.
In fact, I think I added 2,000 to because that'd go under contractual, right? I think I just added 2,000 to the new budget, so it'd be just a bit short, not too much. And I have extra in there.
But you
usually.
could absorb it somewhere else.
Right.
Well, I think move forward with it.
Okay.
I think it's, yeah, something that could be beneficial and possibly help save a life and has some good potential. So I do hear a motion to go ahead and approve the Verizon's contract for GPS for fire trucks, rural fire trucks.
I'll make a motion to approve the Verizon contract for the GPS.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Right. The only thing I had is I got a quote from, well, I had Eric get me a quote, I think it's from Matt,
Yeah.
on a computer. Our old one kind of crapped out the other day. We did get it back up and going, but I would keep using that one for reports and stuff, and this would be more for keeping fire stuff up.
Of course, it's $75 over the. You tell them to trim $75 off that.
Tell me anything about the 75 off, so you don't have to just.
You don't need the pen, take that off there.
Yeah.
You can buy that later.
What we're talking about is a $1,500 limit for receiving bids. Anything that potentially costs over $1,500, we'd like to have some bids.
Okay.
But seriously, can we just take?
There is stuff that can be taken, I mean, even the docking station could be bought later if we wanted to.
Well, it's a little bit of sleight of hand here, but, you know, rule is a rule. If it would come in under $1,500, you wouldn't have to have
Okay. We'll just
bids.
talk to,
You wouldn't have to have the bids and come in and get the approval.
I'll talk to Matt, see what we can do. Because that would also be split. I'm gonna try to get the city to pay half of it.
That'd be even better.
Well, yeah, then you're,
Well, then
Yeah,
you're
then you're-
$787.
Then you're
so
golden.
yeah, if the city's paying for half of it.
They should, I mean, we use it for
Yeah.
them too, so,
Well, let's try that avenue first and see what happens.
okay. I just wanted to show it to you guys, make sure you were good with it.
Okay.
That's all I got,
All right. Well,
unless I'm in trouble.
be back easy. Yeah.
Good. Thanks. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Good morning. And you're Larry.
Yes,
Well, come on up, Larry.
ready to eat some more skin, or?
How are you
Thanks.
this morning?
Well, I'm doing just pretty good, Commissioner.
Good.
I always try to bring by some ink pens and the typical stuff.
Well, thank you very
One
much.
thing I learned a long time ago, every courthouse has got a coffee pot somewhere. So we bring a little coffee too.
Well, thank you.
This is my first visit to Cheyenne County for K-Camp. Been a little miss in not making it up here. You're sort of sequestered back up in the part of the state here.
Oh, you're not telling us anything we don't know.
But name's Larry Sharp. I've been doing this for 11 years. Out of the K-Camp staff, I am the only part-time person. So my job is just to go over and talk to the commissioners, visit maybe with Public Works and the Sheriff Department, and just sort of give the status of the insurance pool and share a little information with you about K-Camp and Cheyenne County a little more specifically here. I'm home officed out of Hutch, and it's sort of nice. You're almost in the middle of the state, but it's still a good day's trip from Hutch up to here. But I'll be staying all night in Colby. We got to be at Sherman County is another K-Camp member. I'll be there at 8 o'clock, and later in the morning I'll be down the road at Oberlin, another K-Camp member. I've got a lot of years in public service there. I retired from Hutch PD. I was there for 28 years. I was a traffic sergeant, accident reconstructionist. My major in college, I graduated from McPherson in college, was history. I've always loved history, political science. So I retired when I was 47, Hutch PD. I decided, you know, I came on when I was 20, and so I'll move on. And they always said when you get to retirement, do something you always really wanted to do, not what you had to do. So I always wanted to get involved in politics. I don't know why,
Yeah, yeah.
but I found out why after I got involved. I was a Reno County Commissioner for 12 years. So I'm in law enforcement, been on that side of the table, and so I have a pretty good understanding of law enforcement and how it works. It sort of meshes pretty good, and I was a K Kemp trustee when I was county commissioner. So, and the reason why law enforcement is so important is because in the insurance business, when you're insuring counties, your biggest exposure, in other words, where your most concern is, insurance-wise, is generally in law enforcement, and in particular, law enforcement liability.
Right.
All you have to do is turn on the TV every night
Right.
and look at the liability issues there. So anyway, this is my first visit. I got to look at your plaque. I always check out every plaque at the courthouse, see when it was built. So you're older than Reno County courthouse. I think our courthouse was built in 1930. It was the third courthouse. One of them burned down, and the other one sunk down into the salt mine down there.
So we're very proud of our court.
We're on our third.
Is that right?
Yeah, we're really proud of our courthouse. We
Yeah.
encourage you to go upstairs and take a look. And
So this is the third one.
Mhm.
You know what happened to the other two?
Well,
Kept moving.
it was in Bird City, and they took it back over here,
Yeah.
and then they built this courthouse after.
It seemed like by the time they got building courthouses, it sort of got a little refined where they built a little bit more last, got away from the wood construction.
yeah, because there's so many fires it destroys.
Yeah, and I'm just surprised the courthouse in Chase County, you know, Cottonwood Falls is still standing.
You need to go upstairs and look at our courtroom.
Yeah.
It's quite a courtroom.
Is it?
Yeah, we're proud of our courthouse.
Yeah, when I leave here, got some time to kill, I was gonna go to that, how do you call that, Ariki or
Eureka
Breaks? Is that right on the edge of town?
Just
Oh,
take,
yeah, right on the edge.
Well, I didn't want to travel very far.
well, you're gonna have to cover 12, 13, 14 miles.
Is it this north though? Is
If you
it?
take this
I
street,
saw a sign.
if
Yeah,
you take the street right out
just
here,
go straight north.
Well-
you keep, if that still says in and you're on your card, you're going the right direction, and it'll sneak up on you, then pretty soon you'll just be in them.
Yeah, just one.
Well, I want to go see them.
They're different.
I've read about them, and I'm sort of a state history buff. And can't be any worse than Mount Sunflower. Anyone been there?
Oh, many times.
It's sort of back in there off the
You're
dirt
gonna have
roads.
more to see up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, I better get back to talking about why they're paying me to come here, not just jawbone. K-Camp, of course, we carry your property casualty liability, all your insurance except for workers' comp and your special benefits fund, like health insurance and such as that. And Cheyenne County is, this is your third year with us?
I think so.
I believe.
Second or third.
Second.
Second, okay. You were with us for 1 year, then you dropped, and then you came back. Is that what I understand? Okay. And I hope so far your experience with us has been amicable. And I'm always supposed to find out if there's any complaints or concerns so I can take that back to the CEO, make sure that we address them if we can. This report here, Commissioner, is what we call a risk management services usage report. I might have to ask you to repeat yourself, and I might be talking a little loud. Yesterday I shot trap all day. My ears are still ringing. But risk management services, of course, are those services that K-Camp offers to Cheyenne County and all the counties to help mitigate or reduce claims. the fewer claims we pay out, the better it is for Cheyenne County, the better it is for the pool. And, you know, if you, once you get it 5 years, we start calculating what we call a loss ratio on a 5-year average. And that's what you really look at. It's like your own homeowner's insurance. If you have a lot of claims, your insurance is probably going to go up individually, but not for the insurance, you know, as a whole, you know. An insurance pool is not an insurance company. We provide insurance services. We're partially self-funded. So it would not be unlike your electric co-op or farmer's co-op. It's member-owned. It's not for profit. And I think the average person doesn't understand that insurance companies buy reinsurance. In other words, they're insurance companies, but they buy reinsurance to cover those catastrophic losses. We do too. We operate just like an insurance company. I made the mistake here quite a few years ago when I first started this of talking to my insurance broker, and he corrected me that, well, your K-Camp's not an insurance company. It's just a pool, you know. And I said, can you tell me the difference? Well, we're a company and you're a pool. And that was it. We sort of like a credit union. My banker once corrected me when I was banking, and I told him I'd opened up another account at another bank. He said, where's that at? And I said, a credit union. He said, you know, a credit union's not a bank. We're a bank. I said, well, what's the difference? You know, so there is no difference. So anyway, we're partially self-funded, and in our case, you know, we stand for a property and casualty loss. The first $250,000, we insure that in-house. Then we have reinsurance. We have 2 levels of it.